One day, Dad took Carlo and Crackers to the new library. "Wow!" said Carlo when he saw all the books. Dad called after Carlo, "I'm going to be just around this corner if you need me." The library was very impressive. There were colourful posters. There were chairs with wheels on. And there was the longest desk Carlo had ever seen. "Come on, Crackers," said Carlo. Whee! "Can I help you?" "Yikes!" cried Carlo. "Hello, I'm Mrs. Chinker. What's your name?" "Carlo," whispered Carlo. "And who is this?" asked Mrs. Chinker. "That's Crackers. He's my cat." Mrs. Chinker, the librarian, seemed a bit scary. "What sort of books do you like, Carlo?" asked Mrs. Chinker. "All sorts," Carlo said quietly. "Very good. Well, let me tell you about our library books. Come on, Carlo, follow me." "This is a lovely bedtime story," said Mrs. Chinker. "Just look at these beautiful pictures, Carlo. And this is a very exciting read." Carlo couldn't believe how much Mrs. Chinker knew about books. "This is one of my favourites," said Mrs. Chinker in a muffled voice. "Oh, I've got that one at home," Carlo said excitedly. Carlo was beginning to think that Mrs. Chinker wasn't as scary as he had first thought. She was being such a good and helpful librarian. "Would you like to read a book with me?" Mrs. Chinker asked Carlo. Carlo thought that would be really good fun. "Brum, brum," he said when he saw the cars. "Tick-tock," he said when he saw the clock. "Roar," said Mrs. Chinker when she saw the lion. Carlo laughed so much, he got his tail into a tangle. Next, Mrs. Chinker asked Carlo to help her with her work. "You have such a lovely long neck, Carlo. Could you put these books on the top shelf?" Carlo really liked helping Mrs. Chinker. Then Mrs. Chinker gave Carlo his very own library card. "Thank you so much," exclaimed Carlo. After Carlo had finished choosing his books, Dad said it was time to go home. Carlo felt sad to leave. He couldn't believe he had ever been scared of Mrs. Chinker. Mrs. Chinker used Carlo's new library card to check out all his books. "Bye-bye, Carlo. Bye-bye, Crackers. See you again soon," she said. "Bye-bye, Mrs. Chinker," said Carlo. As soon as Carlo got home, he showed Mum his library books and told her all about Mrs. Chinker. "She's really nice and such good fun," said Carlo. "She sounds lovely, darling," said Mum. It wasn't until Carlo opened his last book that he noticed something strange. There was a tiny bite-sized bit missing. "Mrs. Chinker really does love her books," laughed Carlo.